In the evenings, may I come and sing to you all the songs that I would like to bring to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nat King Cole Show with tonight's special guest, Frankie Laine. And now, here is the incomparable Nat King Cole.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being with us tonight. This is our first show in our new series, and I'm pleased to say has been increased to a half hour. I'd like to thank all of you whose response has made this possible, and we'll do our very best to please you in the weeks to come. We'll meet our guest, Frankie Laine, in just a little while, but first, I'm shooting high. I got my eye on a star in the sky. Shooting high. I'll never stop till I get to the top. Tell me why shouldn't I? You know it's you I'm after. You're my lucky star. I'm on a rainbow rafter, climbing up to where you are. I'll have a time, it's the climb, but I'll make it 'cause I'm shooting high. Shooting high. I'll never stop till I get to the top. Tell me why shouldn't I? You know it's you I'm after. You're my lucky star. I'm on a rainbow rafter, climbing up to where you are. I'll have a time, it's a climb, but I'll make it 'cause I'm shooting high, shooting high, shooting high. You know, one of the many things we've learned about television shows since we've been on is that there's a winter budget and a summer budget. So, fellas, may we have our summer scenery, please? Well, at least we have our lights. Of course, we're really only kidding because here comes the setting in which Randy Van Horn and the singers join us in telling what happened when rock and roll comes to Trinidad. La 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 la. They had a peaceful little island in the ocean when rock and roll come to Trinidad. You should have seen the way it started a commotion when rock and roll come to Trinidad. They got some records from the USA and played them. Then the natives began to jump like mad. I heard Calypso Joe, he hollered, go man go, when rock and roll come to Trinidad. La 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 la. Down on the market streets, you hear that crazy beat. And since they heard the news, they're wearing blue suede shoes. Gone is Calypso's song. They're rocking all night long. No time for drinking rum since rock and roll to this fair island come. La 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 la. When rock and roll comes to Trinidad, when rock and roll come to Trinidad, then the natives began to jump like mad. I heard Calypso Joe, he hollered, go man go, when rock and roll come to Trinidad. La 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 la. When rock and roll come to Trinidad. Back in 1943, when my career was just beginning to get off the ground, a young unknown songwriter came to me with a song he thought would fit my style. It was a good song, too. And I liked it well enough to record it. It was called It Only Happens Once, and it went something like this. It only happens once. I'll never feel that thrill again. It only happens once. Why couldn't I have known it then? Pretty song, huh? Well, the composer of that song, who was so widely unknown 14 years ago, is our guest tonight. And here he is, my good friend, Frankie Laine.
Yeah, Frankie, how you doing, Daddy? Good luck, old boy.
You know, Frank, your song sounds every bit as good today as it did when you first played it for me.
Oh? Thank you, Nat. And you sang it every bit as well today as when you first sang it for me.
And you know, Frankie, I think you sing as well today as you ever did.
Well, Nat, I think you play the piano as well today as you ever did. It's your turn.
Frankie, I think we better quit while we're both ahead, huh?
I'm with you.
Okay. Now let's listen to Frankie Laine sing his latest recording success, Without Him.
Without him, without him, there'd be no rain to fill the sea, to sail the boat that brought me back to you, my darling, my loved one, my own. Without him, there'd be no sun to warm the earth, to grow the tree that soon will be a roof above us for you and for me. And as I gaze at you, my love, standing close to me, I wonder where we'd be, my love. Wonder where we'd be without him. Without him, there'd be no heart to beat for you, to tell my lips, to speak to you and say I love you, my darling, my own. And as I gaze at you, my love, standing close to me, I wonder where we'd be, my love. Wonder where we'd be without him. Without him, there'd be no heart to beat for you, to tell my lips, to speak to you and say I love you, my darling, my own.
thanks to Frankie Laine for being our first guest on our new series. Frankie will be back shortly for something a little special we've cooked up. Right now, I'd like to do a song that's way up there in the popularity list. It's called Love Letters in the Sand. On a day like today, we pass the time away, writing love letters in the sand. How you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters from the sand. You made a vow that you would always be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my poor heart just aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand.
You made a vow that you would always be true,
but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my poor heart just aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand.
Crazy. You know, Nat, there's no question but that today, this is the era of the musical artist in television.
You know, there's no argument there, Frankie.
And I have a feeling that the trend now is really towards the vocalist. Don't you agree?
You're so right. You know, in the fall, Eddie Fisher will have a new show. Dinah Shore will be back. Perry Como. In fact, I can see the day when every program on television will be sung. The news, the weather, even your host who introduces the old movies will come on something like this. To bring this show to you, your late review, and sell a car or two. That's our desire. And for the sponsor's sake, we hope you stay awake. We hope the film won't break. That's our desire. And on the television show of tomorrow, even the quiz programs will be set to music. And here now is your musical quizmaster, Nat King March. This is a show where you win lots of dough. And though we give you many things, minks and rings, when your answer's right, if there are things you haven't learned, we only give you Fort Knox in return. You know, the westerns of the future will really grow up when the hero sings. Got rocks in my bedroll, and I'm a feeling so strange. If this is rock and rollin', man, well, I'm a quitting the range. And then there's your musical mystery show. A 1, a 2. You say we ought to book him on a 603. But only if he sings it in my key. The victim had a bullet wound, you say. Yes, a poison dart went through his heart, and I suspect foul play. Well, that's about the size of it, I guess. Excuse me while I take 2 bar rest. Man, we're real gone.
Where?
on this TV. With a bass drum and a fiddle and some help from Nelson Riddle, we can solve a crime in perfect harmony.
And now we pause momentarily for a musical word from our beloved sponsor.
Try our pizza, try our pizza. It's delicious. It's so round and like a lovely work of art. With pepperini, our anchovy, it's nutritious. And we guarantee it will not burn your heart. And now here's your singing weatherman. Grab your coat, grab your hat, grab a plane that goes to Iceland. Man, there's too much heat on the sunny side of the street. Let's get serious now. We take you to the announcer's booth at Ebbets Field, where the ball game is about to begin. Night lights, these games with their night lights. These lights are such bright lights, I can't see the park. Foul ball, or was he just waving? The game's called, the pitcher's still shaving. So now you've seen what actually television will be like when the singers take over. In the old days, the theme song used to be a clown, be a clown. All the world loves a clown. Act the fool, play the cap, and you'll always have the last laugh. But on the television show tomorrow, the theme song will be this. Sing a song, sing a song. All the world loves a song.
Yes, all right.
Take a note, find a key, and you'll be a star on TV. Be a bass baritone, or just rock and roll in your home. A pop show is a flop show if it doesn't have swing.
And hop along without a song just doesn't mean a thing.
But Jack, it is the fact you're in the act when you sing. Sing a song, sing a song, sing a happy, 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 happy.
When does this thing end?
Right now. Sing a happy song.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you a lot, Frankie, for being with us tonight.
Well, I loved it, Nat, and let's go around again some other time, but on my show.
Oh, well, you know, you're listening out there. The sooner the better.
See you later.
Okay.
So long.
All right, Frankie. Mind you, Frankie is going to catch a plane right now for the East. He's opening tomorrow night at the Diamond Beach Lodge in Wildwood, New Jersey. So you folks who live nearby, drop in and say hello. And be sure to watch him also on the Steve Allen Show a week from Sunday. So good luck, Frankie. And now, Nelson Little, if you'll give me a little downbeat, I'd like to check in at the piano with a little song called I Get a Kick Out of You. Nice things you've said in your cards and letters, there is no question in our minds but that we should continue with our memory spot in the new half-hour series. And so from the year 1934, here's Stay As Sweet As You Are. Stay as sweet as you are. Don't let a thing ever change you. Stay as sweet as you are. Don't let a soul rearrange you. Don't ever lose all the charm you possess. Your loveliness, darling, the way you say yes. Stay as sweet as you are, discreet as you are, you're divine, dear. Stay as grand as you are, and as you are, tell me that you're mine, dear. Young and gay are old and gray, near to me are afar. Night and day I pray that you'll always stay as sweet as you are. Young and gay are old and gray, near to me are afar. Night and day I pray that you'll always stay as sweet as you are. In the evenings, may I come and sing to you? It would please me if you let me bring to you all the songs that I would like to bring to you. Well, we hope you enjoyed our little show tonight. Even though we've been coming to you every week since last fall, still, this being the first of our new half-hour series, for us, it had kind of an opening night feeling. But next week, we will have as our guests Miss June Christie and Mr. Mel Tormé. And 2 weeks from tonight, Miss Pearl Bailey will pay us a great visit. So until next week, same time, same station. See you later.